Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets racked on through my bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, give it up. Thank you, Mary. Okay, again, just want to remind you.
So let me see if I can come up with a common ground. Do we all agree that, generally speaking, the editorial boards of all of our major newspapers, including Newsday, are totally out of touch with reality? All right. I thought so. Let me tell you a little story, and I'll personalize it for you. A little while back, Newsday wrote an editorial about yours truly. Very, very critical, very scathing, called me names. I didn't want my mother to read it. It was horrible. And you know what they were angry at me about? They said, all I ever do is listen to my residents. I thought that was my job. And I thought that's what you elected me for. But they were mad at me because I listened to my residents and I try to do what my residents want me to do. I thought that's what America was all about. And that wasn't all they said. You know what they called my residents of the town of Oyster Bay, meaning many of you, if not all of you out there? They called you rabble. R-A-B-B-L-E. And if you look up rabble in the dictionary, it talks about, it's probably about as vile a word as you can find to describe any group. It means you're ugly, you're vile, you're violent, and you're lawless. So they said, all I do is listen to my residents, who in turn are rabble. Now, if you go back a couple of hundred years, my memory serves me right from all those days I spent in elementary school. This country was born in a revolt. And the reason we revolted, the taxes were being imposed upon us. They were taxing our coffee, taxing our tea, taxing our stamps, or what have you. But you know what they were really upset about? That government was telling them what to do. Government was telling them how to spend their money, how to dress, how to think, where to go, how to use their property. And if there's one thing that separates us from the rest of the world, is that we've put our faith in the rabble. We've put our faith in the people of this country who know what's best for them. We don't need government to tell us how to think.
Yes!
They may say to me, hey John, what's your problem? Your government. Well, you're right. I am government. And what my job is to listen to you. I am entrusted with your money. And you tell me how to spend it. Now, I operate on the local level. If you call me and you say, hey, John, my street needs to be repaved, my kids need a park to play in, then we're there. That's what we do. We respond to what your needs are. You don't need John Venditto or Peter Schmidt or Steve Labriola or Maureen O'Connell or Joe Saladino or anyone else to tell you how to think, to tell you how to spend your money. I'm going to leave all the statistics about healthcare up to the experts who are going to follow me. But the point that I am trying to make up here is that there's a lot more at stake, folks.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more at stake. You may think it's about healthcare, and it is, but it's about a lot more than that. It's about a lot more than that. It's about our culture. It's about our quality of life. It's about our lifestyle. It's about the way we think. It's about the way we see the world. That's that's going on here. It's a gigantic tug of war. And if you back down, yeah, all right. And if you back down on any one issue, you can kiss the rest of them goodbye.
Yes.
Because you're going to fall like a house of cards. We don't need anybody to tell us how to spend our money, how to dress, how to walk, how to talk. And I'll tell you something else. And I'll close it on this note. Healthcare. You've got, they say 75% of the population is okay with it, but acknowledges it needs to be fixed to, various degrees, and that 25% is against it. Well, the truth is, the numbers are a lot different. It's probably more like 90% who are fine with it, but admit it needs some reform, and about 10% that has a serious problem with it. Well, it seems to me, if 90% are okay with it, leave them alone and fix the problem to the 10%. What's the big deal? In fact, and this is the last thing I'll say, the people in Washington should look at how we run here, all of us together, you and me, run the town of Oyster Bay. They should see how Peter Schmidt works, and Maureen O'Connell, Steve Labriola, and Joe Saladino. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless this movement, and may God continue to bless the greatest nation of them all, the United States of America.
Thank you so much, John Venditto. Thank you.